All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Experience. So I already showed you guys how they engage in coercive threats and stuff like that. And I was gonna, matter of fact, let me go back to this video in the beginning of this video here. So this is when I just got off the bus, and I'm gonna show you guys how they use the psychological manipulation and coercive threats. All right. And here in New York Predator Department using these sirens. Because like I said, I've studied what it is that they're doing to observation, to the repetition in which they do it. And like I said, it is my purpose to expose everything that they do, and that I will. So I talked about how they will start at times targeting me within the house using family members, particularly my sister, following behind me as I leave the house, just rambling about, saying certain things and sometimes they use I gotta talk about numbers, right? To number 32, the number 1, the number 12. It depends on what it is that they're trying to send subliminal message about, right? So it's always going to be certain types of numbers in which they understand how they brainwash you and what it is that they put into your subconscious mind, right? So I talk about dark NLP, creation of anchors and triggers, phobias, and other sorts of association and other sorts of things that they do with dark NLP. So if you go and you read any book on dark persuasion that has dark NLP in it, you'll get perfect examples, explanations of what it is that they do and how they do it. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna start this, and
Thank you. Have a good day. Appreciate it.
this clown right here, they had target on the bus too. So the fight now.
I'll tell you. Look at these
While
clowns.
I was on my way to that destination, there was a fire truck that was the same fire truck going the opposite direction using their sirens, following an ambulance, right? But then they turned back around, and I talked about this from time to time, how they will send the mental health just about safety, right? Because that's the type of thing they always talk about, safety. Oh, we are a threat to public safety. We are a threat to national security. No, we're not. These people are a threat to public safety. These people are a threat to national security. Because when you have institutions who have created cults within their institution, whether it be law enforcement, predator law enforcement, whether it be in academia, whether it be in corporations, right? They always try to make the victim out to be a threat. Why? Because those who understand what it is that they're doing, particularly when we know what it is that they're doing, and they're doing what it is that they're doing is wrong, and we speak out against it, they will engage in such behavior. I talk about this, how the New York Predator Department will turn on its own officers who blows the whistle on police corruption, or corruption within the department, or out in a corrupt cop. And what is the first thing that they'll do? What is the first thing that they'll do? They will label them with a mental illness. Okay? So this is like I said, this is nothing new. As a matter of fact, I talked about how they're going to inspire me to do a video. So they're going to inspire me to do this video. Hopefully I remember about how law enforcement, how government agencies use psychiatry to silence and discredit whistleblowers, people who spill the beans on their corruption. And they will always use that and the threat, or not the threat, but the labeling of being a threat to the public or a threat to national security as a means to get people into targeting, surveilling, stalking, doing all kinds of things. And particularly when those in position of authority is allowing this to happen, the civilians get a false sense of power and anonymity, meaning that they feel like, they believe that they're not going to be prosecuted for crimes that you and I, if we were to do it, would be prosecuted for. Okay? Go look at the Stanley Milgram experiment. I always talk about that. Very important, very key, right? And Peck's analysis of evil, and how the Germans, the Nazi, excuse me, how the Nazis were able to manipulate the German citizens into being silent about the atrocity that was taking place around them, and also participate in that atrocity, right? By turning in their relatives, their family who were Jewish. Okay, so this is nothing new, and America is full on white supremacists that have created technology and have learned through targeting the black community, black men and black women and black children, to perfect their cognitive warfare, their psychological operations. Okay? So you
Safety
see
Office
that
of Mental Health.
So I just wanted to show that. All right. Now, let me see here. Look at what they'll do too, right? How everything is orchestrated. So I'll talk about at times that how they will make the V. They'll put their hands
Safety
on the
Office of Mental
V.
Health.
So because they have the perps there, so like this woman. Now this woman just got off the bus in front of me. Okay, let's get back here. You'll see, that's her right there. Okay, and again, and him also, the guy in front. Right, both of them. Let's go back slightly. So you see, so he was looking at through the mirror and doing hand signals. I started doing hand signals back, so he started doing hand signals as well. So he gets up just to walk in front of me. Look at him. He's sticking his hands out, looking at his watch, right? And looking over. Where's he looking over at? Across the street. What's across the street? The pharmacy. All right, the pharmacy. Okay, they've also been sending subliminal messages about insurance. All right. So again, I'm gonna let this play.
Thank you. Have a good day. Appreciate it.
All right. Now you see he stands there. All right. And then as I step off the bus, then he starts to walk away. Synchronized. Synchronization.
Look at these clowns.
And where
Department of
the park
Safety Office of Mental
park
Health.
right by the bank. Right by my bank. Now look at her. Again, let's let me pause this. Right. So again, this is all orchestrated. Right.
Department of Safety Office of Mental Health.
Now I want you to see this. Right. Now see what she does. So I talk about this, and I've shown this before, how they would stand and then turn and then bring their hands up like a V, right? So I do the same thing too, okay? Whenever they do it, I do it.
I'll tell you, they're engaging in psychological operations, right? And those within
you hear the sirens in the back, woo, woo, woo. Right? It's whenever I say certain words, right? Certain words that I use because they know that by me using those words, I understand, and others will understand exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Particularly those who are trying to figure out what is going on, because they know that this is being done. They just don't have any proof of it. At least they may have some proof of it, right? I'm giving them all the proof that they need. Also, by using certain words, because not only have I studied what it is that they've been doing to me through observation and through my own, going out and trying certain things, right? Just my own hypotheses in terms of trying to figure out what is really happening before I make the conclusion that this is really happening to me and others, right? Whereas they would want us to be on medication. But when we're on medication, they don't stop targeting us. Because when you're on medication, if you're on medication and you still go out there, you still go to work, you still, do your business, try to do your business or trying to create a business, whatever it is that you're trying to do, they're going to attack you still because they don't want you to do these things. You understand? This is how they keep black people, the majority of black people, at the bottom, by engaging in sabotage and psychological operations. And now they have us doing it to each other without understanding that this is being done to us as a group of people. Okay? So let me give you guys again another perfect example of the synchronized movement. All right, it's coming up right here. Let's go back slightly. Now watch the hand signals, right?
And still, we continue
so the woman in front of me. Let's pay attention to her in front of me, and then you'll see.
Listen to narratives when their narratives being created
the nigga
about
peeing,
us.
The nigga peeing right there. He does the hand signal. So what is it that he's doing? You see, he's touching his nose, right? So he's taking his pointing finger and swiping his nose up and down. Okay? Oh, shit, I hate this when this happened. And I'm in Pam's room. Okay, so what you are going to see here again, as I enter into the building, right? You'll see the neighbor, white woman, comes out. She's wearing black, right? She just come out of her apartment now. This is the synchronized movement I talk about, right? And she's looking, right? She's staring, and you can see her head, like she's looking to see, because there's the mailman there, and then also there's a new people that move into the building, right, on the same floor. Not on her floor, but the same floor as Pam. And so this is a twofold thing. It's like I talk about how they always there's a revolving door of perps, or they move in and move out of the building that you're in, right? Or if it's a building that you frequently visit, they will have new perps move in and out, and it's like almost every couple months. Okay, sometimes every month you start to observe these things. So she comes out, okay,
Look at
and then turns back around, right? That's what she does, because they want me to know that they are using these people to target me. And of course, both wearing black. I talk about the color black, right? Now, now, look at the woman here in the blue shirt, right? Pay attention, because we talk about the hand signals. This is what they do, right? This is what they do, right? Now, as soon as she turns and walk away, you'll see the woman there make her hands like a fist, right?
Look at
Then
that.
hold her hands
Wearing
up,
black.
okay?
That's what they do. Just like the guy in the store coming out the store.
And
right?
and you see the L on the elevator door? That's why they do this, because the L means level up, right? So in terms of me leveling up within the society, in terms of because they sabotage my business and stuff like that, whatever entrepreneurship I try to get into, or whatever entrepreneur activity I try to do, they sabotage it. So then they start to use the letter L, right? And for me, it means level up. So every time I'm leveling up, they will, whether it be within the people in the community actually listening to what I'm saying and actually start to understand what is going on, then they will attack with these sort of threats, right? About using women in particular, and using the Negropeans too, males and females, but particularly with women, right? To engage in this threat of being falsely accused of something. This is what they do. Now, this is the neighbor. So again, this is all coordinated. It may look natural because it is meant to look natural to deceive people. So if you're a TI and you're just recording a video, no one is going to understand what it is that they're doing except for you. Now they're making a spitting sound, right? So they project these sounds around me too. So now they're doing a spitting sound, because particularly when I expose them in such a way that they didn't think I was going to expose them, they start doing the spitting sound. That's why you see people walk. You'll see even as I approach some people, or they approach me, they'll start spitting on the ground. And literally, this one video I had with this woman, she was constantly spitting as soon as she came and stood up next to me. Okay?
Doing the same shit. They're stalkers. They get into stalking.
So again, just want to show you. Look all the hand signals now. Look at that. Look at that. And then she's holding her hands up.
That's what they do.
Now,
just like the guy in the
now, here's the thing. Why is she holding her hands up like that? The elevator door is not, the handle for the elevator door is not at the top, right? But I talk about the palm fixation drill, right? I talk about that. So, for example, let's say if I stay over here, if I tell Pam, I say, okay, you know what, I'll just spend the night, and I'll take the kids to school in the morning. She will start engaging in the palm fixation drill in the house, walking back and forth with her hands behind her back with her palm open. This is what they do. This is what they do. And like I said, it is my purpose to expose everything that they do.
Right, doing the same shit. They're stalkers.
And again, the new neighbor, you know what I'm saying? How they get these people to move in, because they recruit them, right? They're stalkers. They are criminals. And make no mistake about it, they are criminals. But because they operate in the realm of psychiatry and psychology, psychological manipulation, they believe that they're not criminals and they're not committing a crime. But yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are committing a crime. They are criminals, and they are sponsored by the state. They are sponsored by those within the religious institution, and those who are in the religious institution, but also who are part of law enforcement, predator law enforcement. Right? This is hallmarks of destructive cults. of not only religious cults but within your government. I mean, these predators on the police force, right? Who are in the churches, who are doing things for the pastors, right? Who are covering up the pastor's crime. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about destructive cult behavior, who operate in coercive persuasion and mind control, but not only that, but setups and frame ups, right? Psychological operation to break your psyche down, so they can recruit you to become part of their cult, and that's just one aspect of our targeting. Okay, all right. Talk to you guys in the next video.